There is just no way this happened. The Cavaliers had a chance to tie this series, just got obliterated by the Indiana Pacers in Game 4, and now trail the season series 3-1. What just happened with the Cavs? That's what we are here to talk about today, as they put on an embarrassing performance with a chance to even out the series at 2 apiece. Instead, they trailed 3-1 in dominant fashion, historical fashion actually, trailing by a whopping 41 points at halftime. I'm at Palange here with Cavs Digest. Before we get started, I want you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button as you get these legitimate reactions, updates, injuries, everything here at Cavs Digest. I mean, I'm a diehard Cavs fan making a video about what just happened today, and let me tell you, it is hard to talk about because it was indeed that bad. But let's get to the action. The Cleveland Cavaliers trailed by 41 points at halftime, and do you guys know how the first half ended? It was a 30-point lead, and it was looking bad. The Cavaliers missed, Pacers scored, turnover, score by the Pacers, and they ended up in a snap of a finger, a blink of an eye, ended up being down by 41 points to end the halftime. It was a historical game. Everyone played horrible. Donovan Mitchell, who is your star, played horrible. I'll continue talking about him. I'm going to talk about him a lot in this video, actually. The Pacers run a 5-out offense and play a very physical defense. That's kind of how they play. And the 5-out offense is completely countering the Cavs, and it's standing out badly. Wow. That's all I got to say is just wow. Like, it has been rough. Really, really rough. It was really, really rough to watch this game. But let's see what happened. Well, this is how the game started. Yeah, it started by a turnover and a Tyrese Halliburton steal and dunk. When a game starts off like that, you know you're in for a treat. And I was in for a treat. Like, this one was rough, guys. This one was really rough. I'm going to get through this, though. I'm going to push out what happened for you guys, okay? So, obviously, let's just look at the box score. I think that'll tell a big story. Everyone played bad. The bench played good in the second half. They ended up outscoring the Pacers by 21. But at the end of the day, like, how much effort the Pacers giving when they're up by 30 going into the fourth quarter? It's like, yeah, you outscored them, but you're down by so much. It's really going to be easy to outscore someone in a fourth quarter and a second half. The Cavs did fight, though. Like, they really did. But they always say it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. That's not how it works in sports. It only matters how you finish if you outscore another team by 42 in this sake. And yeah, it's equal. You have to start hot and then finish the game, right? And they just couldn't do that today. So, but yeah, I mean, you see it. We got a lot of bench acts, and Chuma Okeke went 1 for 1 for the field. Shout out that guy. Shout out Craig Porter and Javonte Green for getting minutes today. Yeah, it was rough. I mean, Tristan Thompson got playing time. That's how you know it was a bad game. Jarrett Allen got treated so badly. But the main thing is because the Cavs shot over 40% from three. The first half was so bad. The main thing is that their turnovers. They had 10 points in the first quarter. They had 10 turnovers in the first quarter. 10 turnovers in the first quarter is disgusting. It is unbearable to watch a team turn over the ball 10 times in the first quarter. 10. 22 turnovers in a game of basketball. We made 20 more free throws than them and lost by 20 points. If the free throws even out, we lost by 35 points. Or technically, but yeah, this game was really, really bad. Another player to highlight before we continue talking about Donovan Mitchell is Jarrett Allen, who got treated like a baby by Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner. Miles Turner had a phenomenal game today. His ability to stretch the floor is something that in a 5-out offense you need, and he's able to do that because obviously Spicy P's at the 4 and Miles Turner is at the 5, and that it opens up just so much for this 5-out offense. Jarrett Allen has to get pulled out to the perimeter, and he's just unable to keep up with Miles Turner out there, and it's really, really showing. He's looking really, really soft, and I'll talk about what the Cavs should do with Jarrett Allen offseason, in my opinion. I'll give a quick opinion on that later at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Jarrett Allen looked really, really like a deer in headlights is how I'm going to say it. He played one of the worst games I've seen him play in a while. He looked really soft. It reminded me, and I talked about this in previous videos, about how this current series reminds me a lot of that Knicks series 2 years ago, about how they're just getting attacked at. They're just going to the paint, doing whatever they want. This would be a good example of that. here's the basket. Go ahead. Go score, Tyrese. That's what the Cavs did. I legitimately, I'm about to say that word again too. I legitimately didn't see one legitimate stop in the whole first half. Like, it literally looked like the Pacers just did whatever they want. They had everything going for them. It didn't matter what happened. They had Dr. J, Julius Toppin. Obi Toppin became Julius Irving and was just doing reverse layups that we were calling in the 70s when Julius Irving did it, the greatest layup we've ever seen. And then Obi Toppin just pulls it out like out of nowhere and just impresses the whole crowd, impresses the whole fan base of the NBA, because the Pacers literally did whatever they want. Everything seemed to fall for them. They didn't even have to draw fouls. Ooh. Donovan Mitchell is the key highlight for the rest of this video. He actually has an injury now, and that's why it's a little bit of kind of a problem, because the Cavs fought injuries throughout this whole series and throughout the whole playoffs. And seeing Donovan Mitchell go out, yes, he did not play his great game. Yes, he did not play a great game or even a good game at all for that matter. But he is the star player on the team, whether he statistically does it or not. He's been that big guy, and he's had 2 40-point performances in this Pacers series alone. One being a loss, yes, but one being a pivotal Game 3 victory to bring the series 2-1. And right now, Donovan Mitchell is playing at his best, but today I was going to say he showed up and embarrassed himself, but I wouldn't even say he showed up. It was just a lackluster performance by him. His three-point shooting has been really, really bad in the playoffs, and that's what I'm so sick by is, like, no matter what, his ability to slash has been, like, maybe some of his best in his career this playoffs alone. But he just cannot get a three to fall. The Pacers closeouts and how they tire you out, it's so much harder to shoot threes when your adrenaline just not there, when your stamina is just not there. And that's what the Pacers are doing. They're bringing the best out of you, and it's showing. It's showing really, really badly. It's sad to see that he might not be able to play in Game 5. Kenny Atkinson, after the game, said he doesn't really know what's wrong with Donovan Mitchell. So, yeah, I mean, all things said, I'm going to pull up the team stats again. I mean, you can kind of just see what went wrong with the game. And this doesn't really tell the full story, though, because you're down by 41.5. It is near impossible to make that comeback. I think the largest comeback's like 30-something. I don't know if anyone's ever made a 41-point comeback before, especially in the playoffs. Definitely not. You're in a scenario, and to be honest, the Pacers could just be a legit team, and I give them a big shout-out, but you simply cannot turn over the ball 10 times in one quarter. They picked it up, but it didn't matter because on the other side of things, the Pacers' transition offense is beautiful, and they're going to convert on those turnovers. 22 turnovers is more than likely on the upside of 30 points, and that just cannot happen in a game of basketball. The Cavs simply embarrassed themselves today, and I was disgusted, and I'm still in shock talking about this. Like, there's no way this happened. It's just so hard to say. So what I think the Cavs should do if they lose a series, luckily they have a lot of guys under contract, and I'll definitely talk about that if the series does end in the favor of the Pacers. I'll talk about how there's a lot of positives because of their future, but I want Jarrett Allen to be used in a package, hopefully for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think that would be really, really good for the Cavs to add someone that isn't soft and someone that can go do whatever they want and play phenomenal defense. I think Jarrett Allen is the right replacement for it. Allow Giannis and Mobley to play out there. Let Donovan Mitchell move to the 1. But as of right now, the Cavs have a lot going wrong, and they need to improve. Is this series over, guys? Like, should we just call it and just focus on the offseason? Or do you guys have a lot of hope that the Cavs can come back from 3-1? What's going wrong? Are there players that you want to specifically call out? I'm calling out Donovan Mitchell today specifically, but for the most part of this series, it has been the whole entire team. They just haven't been playing their best. The bench got minutes. Okoro's actually had a pretty impressive last couple games. He played phenomenal defense in the previous games. In Game 2, he played phenomenal defense, even if, he had to play, and he played phenomenal defense. And then on the other side of it, just Mobley and Jarrett Allen just couldn't get a stop and couldn't score. Miles Turner just won that matchup, and Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner just played a phenomenal game. So what do you guys think? Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. I really want to hear your guys' thoughts. If the Cavs lose, what should they do in the offseason? Do you guys have high hopes for the Cavs? And what specific players do you want to call out? And that is all for me today. Thank you guys for joining me tonight here on Cavs Digest.